Today we're going to go over multiplying integers, and as we're doing the multiplying integers and we're going to do dividing, we're going to try to get rules very similar to the ones we got for adding and subtracting. So I'm going to go through these couple of charts here in a minute. As I'm doing it, I want you to keep these two questions in mind. It's the same as we did for adding and subtracting. We always want to know two things. What is the sign of the answer going to be? And what do we actually do with the numbers to get that answer? So today what we're going to focus on is when the two integers have the same sign. In other words, both of the numbers are positive or both of the numbers are negative. Tomorrow we'll worry about when they have different signs. Okay? So, I don't know what happened to the screen there, but looks like it's working still. So let's go back here. All right. I have this chart. Let's just fill this chart in. Okay? I'm doing 2 times 2, which we all know is 4. Okay? And then I do 1 times 2, and that, of course, is 2. And 0 times 2 is 0. Now, we might not know what negative 1 times 2 is, but we can actually get it by looking through these answers. You can see we kind of have a pattern going here. It went down by 2 there. It went down by 2 there. So we should probably go down by 2 again, which would give us a negative 2. And then negative 2 times 2, again, it should go down by 2 again, and that will give us negative 4. Okay, now we can go down and fill out this chart. Very similar, except instead of multiplying each of them by positive 2, we're going to multiply each of these by negative 2. So 2 times negative 2, we just did that up here. Now we know that's negative 4. 1 times negative 2, well, 1 times anything is that other thing, so 1 times negative 2 is negative 2. 0 times negative 2, that has to be 0. And again, now I can use this pattern. Now it's actually going up by 2. So if I kept that pattern going, I go up by 2 again, I have 2. And if I go up by 2 again, I have 4. So negative 1 times negative 2 is positive 2. And negative 2 times negative 2 is positive 4. Okay? So now let's go to those questions. We're going to come back and use these tables to answer these two questions. So again, it was when we multiply two integers and they have the same sign. So both of them are positive or both of them are negative. The answer is always what? Positive or negative. Well, let's see. Here I had two positives. Here I had two positives. Down here, I have two negatives on that one, and I have two negatives in this one. And so let's look at those answers. Well, all four of those answers, I had a positive 4, a positive 2, a positive 2, a positive 4. So all four of those answers were positive. So it looks like we could say if we multiply two integers with the same sign, two positive numbers or two negative numbers, then the answer is always positive. Okay? To get the answer, what do we actually do with the numbers? Well, how do you get 4 and 2 times 2? Well, 2 times 2 is 4. 1 times 2, 2. 1 times 2, 2. 2 times 2, 4. Looks like all we're doing is just multiplying. That's it. So when you multiply two positives or two negatives, the answer is going to be a positive, and you just multiply. That's all you do. And so I want you to pause the video and try these four problems, okay? And then when you start it back up again, I'll give you the answers. Okay, so 5 times 9. These are both positive, so I know my answer should be positive. And I just multiply. 5 times 9 is 45. That's it. That's all you have to do. This one, I'm multiplying two negatives. When I multiply and they're both negative, again, my answer will actually be positive. And 6 times 7 is 42. So on this one, I have two negatives. Oh, wait a minute. Never mind. I'm not going to give you these two answers. Bring these in tomorrow. We're going to go over these in class. So make sure you have these two done so we can make sure you did them right. Okay, one more important thing from this video is we want to know, what do you get when you multiply any number by 0? Well, this is something you should have known for a long time. The answer is pretty simple. If I multiply by 0, the answer starts with Z and rhymes with hero. It is 0. Okay? Anything times 0. Positive, negative, fraction, decimal, whole number, doesn't matter. When I multiply by 0, my answer is 0. And that's it. So you've got these problems. Again, I'm actually not going to give you the answers to these on here. Okay? I want you to do these 4 problems. It should be very easy. Bring them in tomorrow, and we'll check and make sure that everybody got them. So make sure tomorrow you've got your notes. And in those notes, make sure you have the answers to these 4 questions and to these 2 questions down here.